Yo, back again. Episode 2, Heat TV. As you can see, I'm just waking up. Didn't finish my episode yesterday, so here goes part 2. We was discussing logic versus emotion, the never-ending gender wars. Very tough topic, very profitable topic for America, because somehow, some way, we have to get our families back together to have this the right mix of emotion and logic in the household is very important, because kids need to see that. Big. Sorry about that. But if we're gonna expect to get this society back to a place where it's kind of normal, men and women have to start seeing eye to eye. Which seems like it never will happen because of the obvious. There's so much breaking up of the family these days. You got so many baby mamas instead of mothers, so many baby daddies instead of real fathers. So it's really needed in this world right now. Excuse me one second. Oh, that's better. But we gotta get this thing back, man. It got away from us with so many dads walking out of the household now, which has been like that. But now you have where women are kicking the males out the household because the male don't want to be good to them and don't want to be with them, so they just kick the dad out the household, not knowing what kind of effect it'll have on a young son or a young daughter. But hey, mama, doing all right? I'm good. But yeah, it's very crazy right now, man. Very crazy. I'm outside on this beautiful day. Decided to go ahead and do part 2 right now because it's needed. I think I couldn't wait another week to do another show, so here it is, part 2, episode 2. Logic versus emotion, never-ending gender wars. But yeah, really would like to see it get back to normal, man. It's very saddening these days. See how many deadbeat dads it is, and what's really shocking is that slowly but surely the deadbeat mom number is going up So either way, man, we get into a place where we finna be fucked if we don't stop the gender war shit. Stop always wanting to be men versus women, men versus women, men versus women. Sometimes we gotta coexist and be together in order for us to really shine and blossom together. You feel me? You know, but it is what it is. You know, hopefully it can slowly but surely get back there. Maybe. So don't be afraid to use some logic in your life, because we all could use logic. We all could use common sense to think about things before we rush and make those big decisions, not thinking of the outcome and the consequences of those of things that we do, especially when it comes to matters of our kids and the household. So shit all in my beard and shit. But anyway, if we want to get our family back, get morality back in this world, that's exactly what we got to do. We got to start coexisting. We really have to start coexisting. We got to start coming together, not letting our kids see us disagree so much about stupid stuff. Because suffice it to say, kids see us and they look up to us. So in essence, we have to set a good example. And if we're not doing that, then how can we expect our kids to come out with normal? Or you know, we can't. We got to get the fathers back in the household. We got to get these mothers back in the household. We got to get both of these entities doing their job together in order to ensure that our kids come out level-headed. Hopefully. Now, there's a lot of people's minds might be going on like, well, men need to step up and do this, or men need to do this. It can't be all on us. It can't be. Logically, and if you use logic, you will know that. If you use logic, you will know that sometimes we need y'all to be a rock. We need the women to be the rock, and we need to be a rock. So if we got two solid rocks, we can't birth or give life to anything less than a solid rock. So if we were to start doing this and doing what we're supposed to do as people, men and women coming together, we would have a coexistence in our child. And the child will have a coexistence. In turn, the child would learn how to treat a woman, would learn how to treat men, you know what I'm saying, be their brother instead of killing them and robbing from them. It's all, we need to check these things, man, because sooner or later it's going to come to a point in place where kids going to be raising themselves, and we don't need that. There's always been a hierarchy and order in the household, and it should always be that. Now, excuse me for a second. But now we have to be cognizant of the fact that kids are watching. So every time you out here arguing with your woman, or you out here doing your woman wrong, and you got kids in your household, and sometimes it's good to use a little logic and think of how what you doing is going to affect your child. Women as well. You don't want to be that woman with a near teenage daughter and you always out in the shortest skirts and dresses, trying to impress a dude that don't even like you, don't even want you, knowing that your daughter's watching this and wanting that same attention from a dude that don't want her, and that's the last thing that you want. Furthermore, you going out in these short dresses, you're not teaching your son which women to like. If you see his mama in the club partying all the time, what you think he gonna want? So we have to start being cognizant of the fact of those things that we do in front of our children and make it look normal in front of our children when it's really not. Like, it's really not. Like, once you have kids, not saying you can't celebrate, you can't party, you can't go out and have a little fun, but you have a responsibility now, a 24-hour responsibility to be with your kids and make sure that they learning the right lessons and seeing the right person in you and whoever the significant other in the relationship is. Point blank, we have to start setting better examples. We got to stop this going out every weekend and trying to act like we got something to celebrate when we don't. We got kids out here dying. We got people dying young out here. There's so much violence going on that it's crazy, man. It's like kids ain't respecting the parents. Kids ain't respecting no adults these days. Like, and that falls back on the grown people who grown. They seeing what you do. Like, just like you can see a kid can see a 30-year-old or a 25-year-old man or woman, and if they see you disrespecting somebody who's 40 or 50, what you think they gonna do? We got to start thinking, man. We got to start using our brains on this shit, man. We got to start using some logic, man. We can't just let these kids run wild like this. Like, all these parents out here, I can understand you not wanting your kid to be a bully and not be bullied, and you want your kids to learn how to stand up for themselves. But to tell that man that every time somebody mess with him, you gotta fight, that's wrong. And you know it's wrong. So when I hear that and see, oh, my child better kick this person's ass, what happened to telling your child maybe it's okay to walk away? Maybe it's okay to keep your dignity. Because people don't realize it only take one hit. You can literally punch somebody in their head and they would die. And you would be in jail for murder. Now, does that have anything to do with you protecting yourself? Sure it does. If somebody hit you or you know, whatever the case may be, yeah, you have the right to defend yourself, but you also have the right to think and come to the conclusion that maybe if whatever you do will have certain repercussions and consequences, and death could be one of them. If we start using our brains sometimes and stop letting emotion control us and how we not want to be punked and all this shit, and like sometimes you gotta walk away, man. You got to. That's the difference between logic and emotion. Emotion to make you fight somebody. Emotion to make you fight somebody for nothing, for the smallest reason, because you feel alienated or you feel punked or whatever. But like I said, it only take one hit. It only take one time for that person to slam you on your back the wrong way and you injured for life. It only take one punch to hit you in your fucking eyes and you blind, or break your nose to where you can't breathe and you bleed out. Like, the shit is serious, man. Fighting is no joke, especially when you are a person with a lot of anger in you. fighting could be catastrophic. Because I know me, I know my mind frame, and I know I don't like to stop. If I'm fighting somebody, if I'm that mad, chances is I'm going above and beyond. That's why I keep myself out of those things, because I know you're going to have to kill me to beat me. Point blank. You got to kill me to beat me. So if you're not willing to kill me, you might as well not even fight me. And that's just how I see things. That's what keeps me out. Like, in this world, you have to know your boundaries, and you have to know just how far you can take it. You have to know your levels. Like I said, you know your levels, know your limits. If you know you one of those people that have a hard time stop fighting, why would you even get into a fight? When you know there's a chance you could throw your whole life away just because somebody called you a name or something like that. What sense that make? But anyway, this has been part 2. Heat TV, episode 2. Logic versus emotion, the never-ending gender wars. And like I said, we have to get this thing back to normal. So it is what it is, man. Like, subscribe, comment in the box. You know,